get ready because today we are going deep into chronotypes.
Oh, yeah.
I love this stuff.
Like all those early bird and night owl labels that we hear all the time.
Right.
We're going to go way beyond that, though.
Okay.
We found this awesome video
Cool.
called Early Birds versus Night Owls Explained.
Okay.
And this video is seriously like a secret decoder ring for figuring yourself out.
Wow.
Like, it's crazy how much your chronotype actually influences your life.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We're talking everything from health and creativity to your career.
That's amazing.
It's like everything.
Yeah.
So I guess to start off, maybe you can just tell us, like,
Yeah.
what exactly is a chronotype?
Yeah, so chronotype is basically the scientific term for like
Okay.
whether you're naturally a morning person or a night owl.
So it's not just about
Basically,
how many times I hit this snooze button.
it's more than that.
Okay, tell me more.
Yeah. So it like impacts your mood, your energy throughout the day.
So early birds, they tend to wake up ready to go,
Okay.
and they're productive until the afternoon.
Okay.
Huh.
And night owls are just dragging themselves through the morning,
Right.
just waiting for the sun to set.
Yeah, like you said, they come alive
Okay.
after like 6 p.m.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it gets even more interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Studies show there's a correlation
Okay.
between your chronotype and your health.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
I like that.
So early birds, they tend to have lower heart rates
Okay.
and lower body weight
Oh, wow.
compared to night owls.
So you're telling me being an early bird is healthier?
Well, not so fast.
Oh.
It's really important to remember
Yeah.
that correlation doesn't equal causation.
Right.
So we're talking trends here,
Okay.
not guarantees.
I got it.
But that being said, night owls,
Yeah.
they're statistically more prone to like sleep disorders,
Really?
anxiety,
Wow.
and even higher rates of ADHD and addiction.
That's a pretty big difference.
It is.
So even though you can't for sure say that being a night owl causes these things,
Right.
it's definitely something to pay attention to.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And the differences don't stop there.
Okay, keep going.
So when you look at lifestyle,
Okay.
early birds,
Mm-hmm.
they're often like planners,
Okay.
high achievers.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to experience less fatigue and frustration in their daily routines.
That makes sense.
But night owls,
Yeah.
they're more impulsive,
Uh-huh.
novelty-seeking,
Okay.
and even
Oh,
more
sorry.
intelligent and creative.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I'm a night owl and I plan things all the time.
Yeah.
Like I love planning, but
I
I
know.
mean, okay, maybe I am a little spontaneous
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But are we saying that all night owls are like geniuses?
Of course not.
Okay.
These are just trends,
Okay.
remember?
Yeah, yeah.
But what's fascinating is
Mm.
how these tendencies actually play out in real life.
Okay.
So, for example, think about career paths.
Okay.
Early birds,
Yeah.
they often thrive in like more conventional lifestyles,
Mm-hmm.
and they might struggle with like those late night work cultures.
Okay.
Whereas night owls,
Okay.
they're often drawn to like artistic
Mm-hmm.
and entrepreneurial endeavors.
Right, where they can kind of set their own hours.
Exactly.
So if I'm like a night owl
Yeah.
and I'm struggling to fit into that 9 to 5 grind,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I should consider a career change.
Something to think about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty insightful.
So understanding your chronotype
Yeah.
can really be like having that
Right.
secret decoder ring we
Yeah.
were talking about earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
It can help you
Mm-hmm.
make choices that are more
Okay.
in tune with your natural strengths
So knowing yourself is like
and tendencies.
the key to career success.
It can be.
Okay. Now that's something I think everyone listening wants to hear more about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't end there.
Okay. What else?
So think about something as simple as networking.
Okay.
Most social events happen in the evening,
Right.
which gives night owls like a natural advantage.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right.
Mhm. I didn't think about that.
They're energized.
Okay.
They're ready to mingle,
Yeah.
while early birds are probably already
Yeah.
feeling tired and
Ready for bed?
ready for bed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This whole chronotype thing is making me see the world in a whole new way.
I know. It's fascinating.
Yeah, I never realized it could even influence like social interaction.
Right.
But speaking of lifestyle,
Yeah.
the video also talked about
Yes.
how chronotype can affect our eating habits too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So early birds,
Yeah.
they tend to enjoy breakfast
Okay.
and have like overall healthier eating patterns.
And night owls
Night owl,
like to eat later.
they eat later.
Okay.
Fewer but larger meals,
Okay.
which might explain
Yeah.
why they're statistically more prone to weight gain.
Okay, night owls. I'm sensing a theme here. maybe taking a cue from our early bird friends
Right.
and prioritizing a healthy breakfast could be a good idea.
It's something to consider.
Yeah.
And we're just scratching the surface
But
here.
there's more.
The video also goes into
Wow.
how chronotype affects creativity,
Okay.
decision-making,
Yeah.
and even what
What?
type of media we prefer.
Wow.
It's crazy.
This is really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm totally hooked.
Good.
Let's get into those details next.
Yeah. So, okay, I got to know more about this whole chronotype and creativity thing.
Yeah.
The video said that both early birds and night owls
Right.
have those bursts of creativity
Uh-huh.
during their, like, off hours.
Yeah, when they're not at their peak
Yeah.
energy levels.
How does that make sense?
Right. It seems counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But research suggests that, like,
Okay.
while our analytical thinking is best
Mm-hmm.
during those optimal hours,
Okay.
the aha moments,
Right.
those creative breakthroughs.
Yeah. They often happen when we're mentally fatigued.
Okay, so like if I'm a night owl
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like struggling with a new idea,
Yeah.
maybe I should push through that afternoon slump
Exactly.
instead of just giving up.
Yeah. It could be worth trying.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to decision making,
Mm-hmm.
we see some interesting differences too.
Okay, like what?
So night owls tend to be more spontaneous,
Okay.
less deliberative.
Okay, so they're like jumping into things head first.
Exactly.
And early birds are like,
Uh.
thinking it all through.
More careful, weighing the options.
Okay, interesting.
And this even affects the types of media we prefer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the video talked about how early birds
Yeah.
often like traditional media, more
Like TV.
like TV and newspapers.
Yeah, okay.
And night owls are more likely to get their news online,
Which makes sense.
probably because they're already up late.
Yeah, on their phones.
Scrolling, exactly.
Yeah.
And this also can...
I mean, I get my news online and I'm a night owl.
Right.
Makes sense.
And researchers think this is because
Okay.
night owls are often like early adopters
Oh, that's interesting.
of technology,
Yeah.
pushing those boundaries.
So those late night brainstorming sessions
Mm.
are leading to some serious innovation.
Could be.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
But
Yeah.
if our chronotype can influence our career paths,
Mm.
does that mean that
Yeah.
night owls are at a disadvantage
Well, that's a good point.
in some fields?
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
The video suggests that they might struggle in corporate jobs
Okay.
with those rigid early schedules.
Right, because it's
Right.
hard to do the 9 to 5
It's tough
if your body's not
when your body and mind aren't
No.
wired for it.
wired for that time.
Right.
And we already talked about how networking
Great.
happens in the evenings.
Exactly.
So that gives the night owls a leg up.
A little bit of it. A little bit.
Yeah. So are early birds kind of getting hit
Yeah.
with a double whammy
It's definitely something to think about.
in those situations?
Yeah. But again, these are trends,
Right.
not absolutes.
Right.
There are plenty of successful early birds
Yeah.
out there
In every field.
in all sorts of fields.
I mean, I guess it's all about knowing your chronotype
Exactly.
and working with it,
Yeah.
not against it.
Not against it. Exactly. That's
Well,
the key.
Hey, with all this remote work now
Right.
and flexible schedules.
Yeah. Maybe chronotype won't be such
Yeah.
a big
Such a big deal.
obstacle in the future.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a great point.
The world of work is definitely
Evolving.
changing.
Yeah.
But there's another interesting thing in the video
Okay.
that I wanted to talk about.
What's that?
It talked about age
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and how older people
Yes.
are more likely to be early birds
Uh-huh.
and younger people
Tend to be.
are more likely to be night owls.
Night owls. Yeah.
So is there like a biological reason?
Yeah. So as we age,
Okay.
the circadian rhythms
Okay.
of our skin cells
Okay.
and gene expression actually change.
Can you explain that? Like, I don't know.
In simpler terms.
Yeah.
Basically, your body's internal clock
Okay.
gradually shifts as you get older,
Okay.
making you naturally feel sleepier,
Okay.
earlier, and wake up earlier.
So it's not just a habit.
It's not just habit, it's
Uh-huh.
happening at a cellular level.
In our bodies.
Exactly.
Our bodies are programmed to be
Seems that way.
early birds as we get older?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
It is wild.
So what does this all mean for our listeners?
Well, I think the big question is,
Yeah.
knowing your chronotype,
Mm-hmm.
are there things in your life
Yeah.
you might want to adjust
Right.
to better align with those tendencies?
That's such a good question.
Right.
Could this be like the key
It could be.
to more creativity
To unlocking all sorts of things.
or better health or career success?
Absolutely.
Like, what if this is the thing we've all been missing?
It might be.
Wow.
It's definitely worth exploring.
Okay, so let's Wow, this deep dive has really been eye-opening for me.
I know, it's so interesting.
I can't believe I
Yeah.
never really thought about
Yeah.
how much my night owl tendencies were affecting my life.
Yeah, it's amazing how these
Like in good ways and bad.
natural inclinations can really shape our experiences.
Yeah, but the coolest thing is
Yeah, the best part is understanding them.
we can understand them and use them to our advantage.
Exactly, and that's what we're trying to do here.
Right. So for everyone listening,
Mm-hmm.
let's do a quick recap.
Yeah, let's recap.
So we learned that your chronotype,
Okay.
it's way more than just when you want to go to sleep.
So much more.
It affects your energy,
Right.
your health, even things like how impulsive or creative you are.
Yeah, and those differences can influence everything.
It's like everything's connected.
From our career paths to how we make decisions,
And our eating habits.
even our eating habits and how we consume media.
It's like wild.
It's all connected.
And of course, we can't forget about that networking advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
For all you night owls.
Well, the night owls.
Sorry, early birds, but hey,
Yeah,
maybe we can help you out with your next project
that's a great idea.
with our awesome late night brainstorming skills.
Collaboration across chronotypes.
Yeah.
That's a win-win.
And who knows, maybe as we get older,
Right.
some of us night owls will turn into
What we
Yeah.
talk about how
early birds.
our bodies might naturally shift that way.
Yeah, our bodies are pretty amazing.
They are incredible.
It's really cool how it all works together.
It is fascinating.
But I think the biggest takeaway here
Yeah, what's the big message?
is the power of self-awareness.
Absolutely.
Understanding your chronotype is like,
It's like having a user manual
yeah, like a guidebook.
for your body and mind.
Yeah,
It helps you make choices that really work for you.
that are in sync with your natural rhythm.
Exactly.
So like if you're a night owl,
Mhm.
maybe schedule those important meetings or brainstorms for later.
In the evening when you're feeling good?
Yeah, when you're at your peak.
At your peak.
And early birds.
Yeah.
Maybe protect your mornings
Yes, prioritize that focus time.
for focused work
Absolutely.
and avoid those late night things
The things that drain you.
that make you tired.
Exactly. It's all about
Burning.
working with your chronotype,
Not against it.
not against it.
That's the key.
And I think
Recognizing the strength
the strengths of both
of each chronotype.
early birds and night owls.
Yeah.
Early birds bring that morning energy and organization.
And night owls bring
The night owls
Them.
bring the innovation and the inspiration.
that late night inspiration.
Exactly.
This has given me so much to think about.
Me too.
I'm going to redo my whole schedule.
Good for you.
No more trying to be a morning person.
Embrace your night owl self.
When my brain clearly wants to work at night. I
Exactly.
mean, there's no right or wrong here.
Exactly. There's no judgment.
It's all about,
It's about understanding yourself.
yeah,
Working with your natural rhythms.
and creating a life that feels good,
A life that feels aligned.
aligned and fulfilling.
Exactly.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive
That's it for today.
into the world of chronotypes.
We hope you enjoyed it.
We hope this was helpful,
Learn something new.
eye-opening.
Yeah.
But before we go,
Yes.
we want to leave you with one last thought.
Okay, shoot.
We talked about how creativity can be better during our off hours.
Yes.
But what about other areas of our lives?
Well, that's interesting.
Could there be hidden benefits
Quite.
to embracing those times when we're not at our peak?
I like that.
What if those moments of like mental fatigue
Yeah.
could actually be opportunities
For something else.
for growth?
Growth.
Their growth, yeah.
And insight.
That's a great question.
So think about that
Yeah, think about that.
and let us know what you discover.
We want to hear from you.
We love hearing from our listeners.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us
Thanks for being here.
on this amazing journey
Of self-discovery.
of self-discovery.
Yes.
And until next time,
yeah.
keep those brains buzzing.
Keep thinking.